All right, here for match one uh, against Bilster. All right, so this may or may not be a bad matchup. We'll see. He might be playing. I don't know what he's playing. So he's been playing Reanimator, which is a difficult matchup for this deck because it's hard for me to deal with Riverwinders. Um, I did talk to him yesterday, so he does know what I'm playing. Uh, we'll see what he's on though. As for my keep, I basically, I really, if he is on Reanimator, I really do want to get my Relic into play early. So one question is, do I think he'll go for um, the Sharp Refiner combo next turn? I think I can try playing around it for a little bit. I do need to get my red swords into play anyways. Augur. Yep, he is playing that deck. I don't think it's a good matchup. So basically because it's hard for me to handle Riverwinders. Let's see. I can tap down his actually no, wait. Let me not do that. Let me just play Augur. Basically, I would like to try to slow the game down. Give my Relic time to do some work. Alright, his Relic doesn't really matter. Alright, Spell Bomb. Alright, I'm definitely looking for land here. Alright, found a land. Spellstutter. So, what's my plan? Let me cycle an ice on black, I guess. Hmm. Alright, so he has no cards in his graveyard. He can sack a bunch of stuff. I think I play Seagate. take a Scred in case of his Anglers. I mean, the card that I'm really worried about is Stripe Riverwinder. Anglers aren't an issue. You know, this deck is kind of built to beat blue-black. Just... Ooh, double black. But it also might be the case that I bought enough time to basically actually beat Stripe Riverwinders. Anglers aren't an issue anymore. I already have answers. It's mainly Stripe Riverwinder. It's kind of, I would say, very smart of him to grab the second black source, because one of my plans was to tap down his swamp. It's fine. So I play another Seagate, which seems good. Or I can play Archaeomancer, force him to pop the Spell Bomb. But I don't even really want him to pop the Spell Bomb right away. Alright, Spellstutter Spread is a good card. Yeah, he's going to pop the Spell Bomb anyways. I can't go for the Brainstorm yet. Alright, he's going to Gush. He's going to cycle Riverwinder, Plague Zoom, cycle another Riverwinder. That is bad for me, of course, but not much I can do about that. Sure. If he just wants to play an Angler, that's totally fine. This is great for me. Alright, want to zoom down. I don't know how many he has, but... Alright, let's go for the Scred. I'm like going to get the Archaeomancer. Again, I'm mostly doing fine here. The card I really need to worry about is Riverwinder. Sure. I really don't care about Gurmag Angler. It's all about the Riverwinder. Usually I don't recommend playing around dazes. That's fine. But this game is going on so long that I think it's good. In this case, a play around daze. Ooh. Well, I'll keep those. In fact, I don't think I want to play the Augur this turn because all those cards are so good. Let me get back the Scred again. Keeping the Arcanimancer to deny Exhumes. I mean, the Arcanimancer doesn't get back anything, but I think it's so nice to have here. Kills the other Arcanimancer. That is fine. Alright. Now I know I have a Flicker here. Let me see. I think if he wants to pop the Relic against my Deep Analysis, that's fine. So I'll just play it. Hope to hit a land drop. Meanwhile, I still mainly need to guard against Striped Riverwinder. Okay. All right. So I have to do this. He's going to get the Riverwinder to play. But this is so late in the game that I could potentially even beat Riverwinder. All right, now I think I kind of want both. So I can take a few hits from Striped Riverwinder. I might even go for a Ghostly Flicker. Definitely try to counter this Preordain. We'll fight over these. So I'm gonna take a few hits from the Stripe Rewinder. Okay, Augur Bolus. Gosh. So the question is, does he have double snuff out? He already used one, so what could he have? Let's try this. Luckily, I have a good enough board position to try this. He doesn't have any black spells, so... Okay, he's just going to kill my fairies. Okay, I like both these cards for sure. Alright, Gurmag Angler. I will kill it. And I'll ice his Augur. Start getting in for some damage. Curse of Chains. Doesn't do much. I guess it answers the next Angler. Alright, both these cards are good. I'll keep both for sure. Yep, Gurmag Angler. Doesn't matter that much. Perfect card for my Curse of Chains to hit. Ooh, counterspell. And that is very good. Alright, so I think I managed to steal this game from Reanimator, which is very lucky. I managed to get that early relic into play, and that kind of carried it. So I know this isn't exactly the same as Blue-Black Delver, but hopefully you can see how, you know, this is definitely a worse match than Blue-Black Delver, but hopefully you can see how my deck kind of lines up against that. Alright, slowly. We're getting there. Snuff out. I will counter Snuff out. Daze. I will pay 1 for Daze. You're going to try to foil me. I will counter your foil. All right. All right, opponent just concedes. Okay. Well, this is still a bad matchup for me. Relic is good. Crystal Chains would be good, except it's like doesn't work that well with Augurs. These cards are bad. Pyros are not fantastic. Second Truth isn't great either. I have a lot of mediocre cards here. I think frequently the way I have to beat his Riverwinders is that I need to set up some sort of Ghostly Flicker Arcanamancer combo, which is very hard to do. This is just a bad matchup. Going down 22 hits for Augur, which is very low. I think Counterspell is pretty bad because it's not going to win really any counter wars. Kind of a Scred. Let me put in a Pyro. Man, I really don't want to play Counterspell, but I think I can shoot this fine just to buy some time against Shred Wonders. Hopefully, it's kind of, ideally, it's kind of like a Fog. I guess I'll put in Counterspell. This is still a bad matchup, so I'm just going to preemptively say that. Game 1, my opponent had a slow draw and had the another turn 1 Relic. Alright, we'll have to keep this. Even though I don't have third land, but hopefully I can find a cantrip or something. Do I think he has Annul? Well, I'm not going to play around it. Relic only really buys time anyways. I guess he's debating whether or not to foil this. Or Daze, I guess. Or foil. Okay, he's going to foil it. Alright, but he misses land drop. And I have a Spellstutter. So maybe I can catch his next cantrip. Alright, well, I'll just play Augur. I think he must have Exhume, or else he wouldn't really play this way. But I can't really do anything about that. I just need to execute my game plan. Ooh. I think I need another Seagate. Alright, so if he doesn't find a black source soon, I will be okay. I will Spellbomb. Relic. Okay. These are both not that big of a deal. Alright, well, he does have this black source. Alright. As for me, I will just slowly ramp up towards trying to get like 5 creatures in play to potentially block his Rewinder. Do I want to dispel his Gush? I don't think so. Not that I can't counter it, but I think I'd rather make it a little bit more difficult for him to use Exhumes. Augur. Okay. So far, so good. I think let me just hold up some cards for a bit. I'd rather, I would love to try to Spellstutter that, but I would rather, I think it's more important for me to try to deny his Rewinder. I'm not like super concerned about I'm not super concerned about his Angler. Let's let this happen. Gush, sure. Actually, maybe I wanted to counter that with Dispel. But I was salivating at the idea of countering something with Spellstutter. Alright, maybe I screwed myself. Ooh, Curse of Chains. That's really good. Counter his Dispel. I think I will try to double Spellstutter this. I've been waiting for an opportunity to use Spellstutter. Alright, Brainstorm. Alright, let me try Augur first. Preordain. Alright, my opponent does nothing. I will try to kill him with Spellstutter. I will fight over this Gush. Fighting over this Gush because I can fight over his I can try to fight over his Root Binder, Exhume. Alright, Gurmag. Ooh, another Dispel, that's good. Uh, Let me play Preordain here. Okay, I think I'd rather try to find an answer. I'm not going to block yet. Definitely wait at least until next turn. Alright. Relic. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so let me take Ponder. Ooh, Scred. Good is probably just good. He did not pay his black. Maybe he tapped too fast. Alright, another Gurmag. Not a big deal. Because I can even start going for flicker stuff. Ooh, just found another Scred. I'll take a counterspell. Alright, and I plan to just kill him over the course of 12 turns. Stripe Rewinder. Definitely let me pop. Let me try to counter his Exhume. Ooh, another Exhume. Sure. I'll counter this Preordain. Not a lot of targets for Power Blast anyways. Let's see, do I want to risk a removal spell in order to keep an extra Archaeomancer? Probably not. So let him take 2 creatures here. Kills both Archaeomancers, sure. So Brainstorm, I still do. Alright, Gurmag. Sure, so I'm going to keep this fetch. Ooh, Archaeomancer. Alright, I'm gonna try blocking a bunch of stuff on its Gurmag again. In this case, do I think he can have 2 removal spells? I'm just gonna play like this. You can only kill 1, so he's gonna play a Snuff Out probably. I'm gonna counter Dispel. Another Night Hell Spellbomb. I'll just let it be. Okay. Well, I think that makes things easier. Let me attack with everything. Let me thin a little bit. Let me get back some cards on defense. Spellstutter is good. Okay, it's a miss. I'll counter this. Spellstutter. Alright, I think I got this. Alright, so beat a bad matchup. Kind of an insane game. I guess how do I describe this? I guess, so obviously this game, he foiled a turn 1 relic and lost his land drop. Then he didn't have the double Stride Riverwinder Exhume combo for a little while. That gave me enough time to get to just a lot of creatures in play. And one thing with like these 1/3s is that they're really hard to trade with. Like, I blocked his Gurmag and lost 1 creature. So once it gets to the late stages, I can kind of like hold out. But yeah, this was a good game. Yeah, I usually lose to Billster 47, so I played him a few times, and I've usually always lost. So this is the rare time where I won. But yeah, GG's.